For centuries, the Adriatic coastline was a patchwork of empires. The Venetian Republic, the Ottoman Empire, and the Austro-Hungarian Empire all left their mark. Bosnia, however, remained landlocked. After World War I, Bosnia became part of Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia had a long coastline, but most of it belonged to Croatia. In 1947, a border agreement was drawn between the Yugoslav republics of Bosnia and Herzegovina and Croatia. This agreement gave Bosnia a small strip of coastline around the town of Neum. This strip, only about 15 miles long, became known as the Neum Corridor. The Neum Corridor was not considered important at the time. Yugoslavia was a unified country, and access to the sea was not an issue. The corridor remained a quiet backwater with fishing villages and a few small resorts. The Neum Corridor is a narrow strip of Bosnia and Herzegovina's coastline. It separates Croatia's mainland from the Pelješac Peninsula. This corridor is only about 5 kilometers or 3 miles wide at its narrowest point. This geographical quirk makes the Neum Corridor strategically important. It is the only access point for Bosnia and Herzegovina to the Adriatic Sea. The corridor is also a vital link for Croatia. It connects the southernmost part of Croatia, including the city of Dubrovnik, to the rest of the country. The Neum Corridor's presence has implications for both countries. For Bosnia, it offers the potential for maritime development. For Croatia, it poses a logistical challenge. Traffic must pass through 2 international border crossings within a short distance. The Dayton Agreement of 1995 ended the Bosnian War, a conflict that had ravaged the region for nearly 4 years. This historic accord was signed in Dayton, Ohio, and it brought together leaders from Bosnia, Croatia, and Serbia to negotiate peace. The agreement recognized Bosnia and Herzegovina as an independent state, a significant milestone in the region's history. This recognition was crucial for the country's sovereignty and its future on the international stage. It also confirmed the existing borders of the republics, solidifying the territorial integrity of Bosnia and Herzegovina. This was a key aspect of the agreement as it aimed to prevent further territorial disputes and conflicts. This confirmation included the Neum Corridor, a narrow strip of land that gives Bosnia its small but significant coastline along the Adriatic Sea. The Neum Corridor is Bosnia's only access to the sea, making it a vital area for the country. However, the Dayton Agreement did not clearly define Bosnia's maritime rights, leaving room for interpretation and potential conflict. This lack of clarity has been a source of tension between Bosnia and its neighbor, Croatia. This lack of clarity has led to disputes with Croatia over access to the sea and territorial waters. Both countries have different interpretations of their maritime boundaries, which has complicated their relationship. The agreement did not specify whether Bosnia has the right to a territorial sea, a crucial aspect of maritime sovereignty. Without this specification, Bosnia's maritime claims remain ambiguous and contested. This sea zone, typically extending 12 nautical miles from the coast, grants a country special rights, including control over fishing, resource exploration, and environmental protection. These rights are essential for a country's economic and environmental interests. These rights include fishing and resource exploration, which are vital for Bosnia's economic development. The ability to exploit marine resources can significantly boost the country's economy and provide livelihoods for its people. The Dayton Agreement's ambiguity regarding maritime boundaries has created complexities in the relationship between Bosnia and Croatia. Diplomatic efforts have been ongoing to resolve these issues, but a definitive solution has yet to be reached. It has also fueled ongoing discussions about the extent of Bosnia's maritime access. As Bosnia continues to assert its rights, the resolution of these disputes remains a critical issue for the country's future. Section 4. Navigating Shared Waters, Bosnia and Croatia's Maritime Agreement. In 1998, Bosnia and Herzegovina and Croatia signed a maritime agreement. This agreement was a significant step in the post-war era, aiming to foster cooperation and mutual understanding between the two neighboring countries. The agreement was seen as a crucial move to stabilize the region and ensure peaceful coexistence. This agreement aimed to clarify some of the issues left unresolved by the Dayton Agreement. The Dayton Agreement, which ended the Bosnian War, had left several territorial and maritime questions unanswered. creating a need for further negotiations and agreements. The agreement recognized Croatia's right to the Pelješac Peninsula. This peninsula is a significant geographical feature, providing Croatia with strategic access to the Adriatic Sea and influencing the maritime boundaries in the region. This peninsula lies just south of the Neum Corridor. The Neum Corridor is Bosnia and Herzegovina's only access to the Adriatic Sea, making it a vital area for the country's maritime activities and economic interests. However, the agreement did not fully resolve the issue of Bosnia's access to international waters. Bosnia's limited coastline and the strategic importance of the Neum Corridor meant that access to international waters remained a contentious issue. The agreement allowed Bosnia's ships innocent passage through Croatian waters. This provision was essential for Bosnia's maritime trade and naval operations, ensuring that its vessels could navigate through Croatian waters without hindrance. This passage allows ships to pass through another country's waters without entering internal waters. Innocent passage is a concept in international maritime law that permits a vessel to pass through the territorial waters of another state, provided it does not threaten the peace, good order, or security of the state. However, Croatia insisted on prior notification for the passage of Bosnian military vessels. This requirement was intended to ensure transparency and prevent any potential security threats, but it also added a layer of complexity to the maritime relationship between the two countries. This demand caused tension between the two countries. The need for prior notification was seen by Bosnia as an infringement on its sovereignty and maritime rights, leading to diplomatic friction and ongoing negotiations. The 1998 agreement, while addressing some aspects of maritime access, left key issues unresolved. The complexities of maritime boundaries and the strategic importance of the Adriatic Sea meant that further discussions and agreements were necessary to fully resolve these issues. This lack of resolution continued to fuel uncertainty about Bosnia's maritime rights and its relationship with Croatia. The ongoing negotiations and diplomatic efforts highlight the importance of maritime boundaries and access in the region and the need for continued dialogue and cooperation between the two countries. Section 5. A bridge too far? The Pelješac Bridge controversy. In recent years, Croatia has constructed a bridge across the Mali-Ston Bay. This ambitious project, known as the Pelješac Bridge, aims to connect the Croatian mainland with the Pelješac Peninsula, a region known for its scenic beauty and strategic importance. This bay is part of the Croatian coastline near the Neum Corridor. The Neum Corridor is a narrow strip of land that belongs to Bosnia and Herzegovina, effectively splitting Croatia into two parts. This geographical peculiarity has long been a point of contention and logistical challenge for Croatia. The Pelješac Bridge connects the Croatian mainland to the Pelješac Peninsula. By doing so, it provides a direct route that bypasses the Neum Corridor, thus eliminating the need for border checks and significantly reducing travel time. Croatia argues that the bridge is essential for its territorial integrity. Officials have stated that the bridge not only unifies the country, but also enhances national security and economic development by facilitating smoother transportation and trade. The bridge provides easier access to Dubrovnik and southern Croatia. Dubrovnik, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is a major tourist destination, and the bridge is expected to boost tourism by making it more accessible. It bypasses the need to go through the Neum Corridor. This is particularly beneficial for residents and businesses in southern Croatia, who previously had to navigate through a foreign country to reach other parts of their own nation. However, Bosnia claims that the bridge hinders its access to the Adriatic Sea. Bosnia and Herzegovina has a very limited coastline, and the Neum port is its only maritime outlet. The bridge's height and design could restrict the passage of larger ships to and from Bosnia's only port, Neum. This has raised concerns about the economic impact on Bosnia, particularly in terms of trade and tourism. Bosnia also argues that Croatia should have consulted with it before building the bridge, as it could impact maritime boundaries and navigation rights. Diplomatic tensions have flared, with Bosnia seeking international arbitration to resolve the dispute. The construction of the Pelješac Bridge sparked a new wave of controversy. Protests and debates have erupted, highlighting the deep-seated issues between the two neighboring countries. It highlighted the unresolved issues surrounding Bosnia's maritime access. The controversy has brought to the forefront the complexities of international relations in the Balkans, a region with a tumultuous history. The bridge became a symbol of the complex relationship between the two countries. It serves as a reminder of the delicate balance required to navigate geopolitical interests and national sovereignty. It underscored the limitations of Bosnia's tiny coastline. The Pelješac Bridge controversy is a poignant example of how infrastructure projects can have far-reaching implications, affecting not just local communities but also international relations. Section 6. The future of Bosnia's coast: challenges and opportunities. Bosnia and Herzegovina faces ongoing challenges in utilizing its limited coastline. The Neum Corridor, while providing access to the Adriatic Sea, is short and lacks significant port infrastructure. The country relies heavily on Croatian ports for international trade. This reliance creates economic and political vulnerabilities. Despite these challenges, Bosnia has opportunities to enhance its maritime presence. Developing the port of Neum could boost trade and tourism. Investing in a small navy could enhance Bosnia's maritime security. However, these aspirations require significant investment and political will. They also necessitate improved relations with Croatia to ensure unhindered access to international waters. Section 7. Conclusion: a sea of possibilities, a shore of constraints. Bosnia and Herzegovina's access to the sea is a story of geopolitical complexities. The Neum Corridor, a legacy of historical borders, offers both potential and limitations. While the Dayton Agreement granted Bosnia a coastline, it failed to define its maritime rights fully. This ambiguity has led to disputes with Croatia. These disputes center on territorial waters and access to international waters. Despite the challenges, Bosnia has opportunities to maximize its maritime potential. Developing its port infrastructure, strengthening its maritime security, and fostering closer cooperation with Croatia are crucial steps in this direction. The future of Bosnia's coast depends on its ability to navigate these complex waters and leverage its limited access to the Adriatic Sea.